What's the hardest decision you've ever had to make?
The hardest decision I've ever had to make was make myself understand that your mom is gonna pass away. That was that was a that was an experience that you know it was tough because
So like,
I
what? Damn, when did you know that? What? When did you feel like you had a feeling, or when did you know that it was gonna happen?
so your mom at one time she came home. It was like this is like in January 2011 in January. Your mom came home and she was angry, and she was just angry with Nico, and
I think you told me this.
yeah,
Wait, you said what date? You said January 11th.
January 11th.
January
No,
11th,
sorry, not January 11th. January 2011. I
2011.
can't remember what specific date, but she came home and she was just angry, and I looked at her and I was like, yo man, what's your problem? And
2011, correct?
yeah, and she was like, she told me that she was gonna pass away before your first birthday. No, she told me she was gonna pass away before your first day at school. So in my mind, I'm thinking that's like maybe 2 3 years from now. So it was just hard for me to understand, why she would say that. She told me that in January. June 13th, she went into the hospital. July 5th, she passed away. July 4th, the doctors called me and told me at any moment that she's gonna pass away. So the doctors were saying that we have to wait to go and see when her heart stop is gonna stop beating. So that was a moment where I took you out to see fireworks. And, it was
Wow, such timing, such timing. Wow.
I took you out to go see fireworks, and every time somebody would call my phone, I was scared to death because I didn't know if that would be the call. So again, to the question, what was the hardest thing that I had to make, or I had to make myself understand that this is gonna be the end. And then the very next day at 9:22 in the morning, they called me. They called me. I dropped you off at Miss Bishop, and then when I got to the corner, I saw a 212 number, and they called and told me that she had passed away. So that was the hardest thing that I had to go and make myself do
You were at the corner
when they called me.
by the that one big bush.
Now right over here.
Oh, where the corner store is?
Yeah. No, on the opposite side. Just right
So
after.
where the that one street light is?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
By them light brown houses. Okay.
I hope I answered that question.
Such timing.
I know. I got another question. Do you feel like people understand you? Why? Do you feel like people understand you? If not, why?
Um, I'd say if people don't understand me, that's probably if they don't understand me, that means they probably haven't seen enough of me or haven't just made myself clear properly enough to them. I haven't showed them like something or told them something specific that would get them to have an idea in their head what I'm like. So it's not really hard to get. somebody to understand someone, especially someone like me. So, um, yeah, not really hard.
I like that. I like that response. You are somebody. Hey, that's easy. What's the next question?
what's something? What's one thing you wish you did differently?
Well, I have two things that I can say that I wish I've done differently.
Okay.
You want one or just one or
It
two?
it don't really matter, man. We're here.
All right. I think one thing I wish I would have done was graduate high school.
Okay.
You know, I was a knucklehead at that time, and it cost me a lot. It cost me a lot. It took me 20 years to get my degree. 20 years, and that bothered me so much. You know what I'm saying? Um, the second thing is your mom. Your mom called me one day. Your mom called me one day. She was in the hospital at that time,
Okay.
and she had called, but I had looked at my phone, and I was like, I'm gonna call her back. I'm gonna call her back because I was going into the bathroom. And when I came back out, I called like three times, called like three times, but she didn't pick up. So I was like, maybe she probably resting, or they probably doing some kind of little procedure on her or something like that. The next morning, Donna called me. Donna told me that she's at the hospital and how I had to come down there immediately, like it was bad. So I went down there and I saw your mom. Like I never spoke to your mom again. I just wish that I would have picked up that phone. I wish I would have picked up that phone because I think about that all the time. I think about if I just would have picked up that phone to just hear her. That's why you just never know sometimes. That's why I pick up the phone and always call. I just pick up the phone when people call because you just never know. And that's it. And I sit with that all the time. That bothers me all the time, up to this day. I had the opportunity to pick the phone up and I didn't do it. Because I was like, I'm gonna call her back because I underestimated that this may be the last time that I would speak to you, bro. So that's one of the things I wish I would have done different.
Hmm?
That's graduating from high school and I wish I would have picked up the phone for your mom. That's you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I got something for you.
Okay.
Why do kids? Why do you think kids don't play outside anymore? And how do you think that's gonna affect y'all as
Um,
adults?
why I think is not well. Hear this now. It's not well. I'd say it's definitely technology. Of course, it's definitely technology. But sometimes, um, sometimes I want to say that it's not. Well, I want to say that it's changing now because most of the people my age and older are now starting to actually do things with their life. So it's kind of stopping. It's not that anyone's outside or inside. It's kind of like a mixture of both. Now it is. That's what I feel like. It's kind of like a mixture of both.
So how do you think? Do you think that's from y'all doing it for so long? Do you think you guys' social skills are gonna be affected, or do you feel like That's not gonna be affected at all.
I'm gonna be completely honest. If I'm gonna be honest, it made mine better. But
But it made it better that you're not outside.
well, for my social skills, from me like just being online, but like having a history of being online with people at a at a real early age, I kind of had somebody to talk to every day. So is like I was learning this stuff in general. Just like if I hear like I'm watching YouTube and like I just hear a word I don't know, something like that. Especially that time where I was on the train with grandma and where we were going to see Yolanda and you called me and I said something. I said something and you're like, wow, you're using big words. I don't know if you remember that.
Nah, kid.
Uh, you were like, wow, you're using big words now, and you were happy and stuff. I was on the train with grandma, and yeah, like I'm just it just randomly happened. I guess from me hearing it once, and then understanding what it is, since it's a simple word with a simple meaning, even though it's kind of big. It's kind of a big word. I forgot what I said, but um, yeah, I guess as time went on, as I had more resources, even if they weren't natural, I still had something.
Okay. All right. Well, if you feel like it's not gonna affect you too much, then thank God. Um, that's one thing as a parent. I mean, a lot of parents these days are quite concerned about the youth because there's nobody being outside. There's nobody in parks and stuff like that. We're kind of confused and worried about when are you guys gonna feel comfortable to just be amongst each other. Like I said, we used to play tag, hide and go seek, and all of these things. We were outside, engaging, touching each other. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, playing football, like so we don't see that. So that's one thing that we just always were concerned about, and especially after COVID. COVID had y'all stay in the house for like 2 years on doing online school. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's that's all right. I respect that. What you got?
if oh my god, of course you wrote this one. If we could take a trip anywhere together, where would it be?
We could take a trip. We could take a trip somewhere together. Where would it be? I would take you to Japan. I would
Of
take
course,
you to.
of course. I know that. I know that you definitely put that to like. God
Listen,
damn,
take
man.
you to Japan and Jamaica. Yeah, yeah. Listen. Hold on. Let me explain to you. Let me explain.
Ugh.
The reason why I would take you to Japan is because the whole anime situation, so you can get an idea on where all of this anime come from. See it from our cousin Lyndon when our other cousin Kessler used to live in Japan and things like that. So
Okay.
they're able to literally talk to you about. There's just certain places that just it's damn near like the whole entire city like anime. So I would definitely love for you to go see that like firsthand where it came from. Um, but then Jamaica, I like Jamaica because
Of course you do.
I like the culture, the music, the food, the island in itself. I think that you would definitely love Jamaica. I think you would definitely love it. So just go
Mm.
there, get your toes in some sand. That's it.
Uh,
But nothing crazy, nothing crazy at all. So that's my two choices. Oh Lord,
what? What?
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Am I a good father? And if not, how can I be?
I can't. I'll tell you this. I can't tell you. Nobody, nobody in this planet, nobody ever has the right to tell you whether you're a good father or not. I tell you this, the reason why I say nobody can tell you that, is because they're not you. They're not you. They don't know, they don't know exactly your situation. They don't know. So if there's it would be wrong for somebody out there to speak down on a single father, while not knowing his struggles, because that's not something that they went through. A person with their family, someone who's not a single father, someone who's not single in general, or someone that doesn't know about your struggles, doesn't have a right to tell you whether you're a good father or a bad father, because they don't have that right to do that. No one does.
You think I'm a good dad or
Yes, yes, I'm still here. We're still here. We're still alive. We're still healthy. We're still here. I don't think anybody, I don't think anybody in this world needs to tell you what you're good at and what you're not good at if they haven't seen you try it yourself and see how it affected you, or why you can't do something without knowing any like background reasons.
well, I tried. I tried my best. You know what I'm saying? And I hope it's worth it, for the things I do try. And I appreciate it.
No problem, man.